You know, if you're driven, if you're focused on your career, you know that every single resource counts. But what if one of your most powerful resources is actually holding you back? Yeah, we're talking about your money. Getting a handle on it, that's the real foundation for achieving your ultimate mission.
Just think about that for a second. You're putting in the hours, you're climbing the ladder, you're hitting your targets. But is the money you're earning reflecting that same ambition? Or is it kind of just lagging behind, maybe even stopping you from making those bigger moves you're dreaming of?
For so many high achievers, there's this thing we call the financial fog. It's this lack of clarity, this quiet, constant stress that just hums in the background, no matter how successful you might look on the outside. And look, this isn't some entry-level problem. The source material for this explainer points to a really shocking statistic. Nearly 80% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and that includes people with big salaries who feel totally trapped, earning more but somehow never really getting ahead. Does this sound familiar at all? That feeling, that pit in your stomach when a surprise car repair or a medical bill shows up, and suddenly all your focus is ripped away from your big picture goals and thrown right into damage control. That anxiety, it is a career killer. It's time to get rid of it. So, how do we cut through that fog? We need a system, right? A clear, reliable guide that puts you in the driver's seat. What we're talking about here is your financial GPS. Okay, I want you to forget everything you think you know about budgeting. Seriously. This isn't about restriction. As our source material brilliantly puts it, budgeting is your personal GPS. It's a tool for direction, for power. It makes sure every single dollar you earn is working strategically towards the life and the career you were building. And the best part? You don't have to try and build this GPS from scratch. The source for this whole explainer, from the educational highway for the Think Strong network, has already mapped out the entire system. It's specifically for professionals like you who need clarity and efficiency. They've boiled the entire process down into a simple, really powerful blueprint. No complexity, no confusion, just 3 clear steps to take back control of your finances for good. The blueprint is just a simple flow. First, you've got to assess where you are right now, like dropping a pin on your current location. Second, you build your framework, that's planning your route. And third, you automate the whole system, so the journey just happens smoothly in the background. And one of the key tools for building that framework is the 50-30-20 rule. It's such a simple way to start telling your money where to go. So 50% goes to your needs, things like your rent, your bills. 30% is for wants, dining out, hobbies, fun stuff. And then a crucial 20% is dedicated to funding your future self through savings and investments. And when you actually put this blueprint into action, the outcome is, well, it's transformative. You don't just master your money, you actually start to master your future. I mean, just take a look at this case study of Michael, a teacher who felt totally crushed by his debt. Look at this progression. 5 years ago, he's deep in the red. Then just 2 years later, he's debt-free. A year after that, he's got a fully funded emergency fund. And today, he's a homeowner. This isn't some fantasy. This is what happens when a clear plan meets consistent action. This, right here, is the ultimate prize. It's the mental space, the security, the freedom. It's the ability to take smart career risks, to invest in yourself, to say yes to big opportunities because you know your financial foundation is absolutely rock solid. So, if that's the destination, how do you start your own transformation story, like today? Well, the system we've been talking about provides a complete toolkit to get you going. First up, there's the ebook. This is your core education. This is the why behind the whole strategy. It breaks down everything from the psychology of spending to building financial habits that actually last, so you really get the principles. Next, you get the checklist. This is where all that knowledge turns into real action. It's a step-by-step guide to setting up your accounts, your automations, your entire system without missing a single detail. It makes it basically foolproof. And finally, there's the guide. Because let's be real, a budget isn't just set it and forget it. This guide gives you a simple monthly maintenance routine to keep your system tuned up and evolving right along with your life and your career. And you get all 3 of these incredibly powerful resources, the ebook, the checklist, and the guide, your complete action kit, for just $9.99. It's such a small investment for gaining total control over your financial and professional future. The path to financial clarity is literally right in front of you. To get your complete action kit and start building that unshakable financial foundation, all you have to do is click the link in the bio right now. And I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Just imagine, for a second, all the mental energy you currently spend worrying about money was suddenly freed up. What new heights could you reach in your career? What bold moves could you finally make? What could you truly achieve? Click the link and go find out.